Hello everyone, it's finals day on Saturday at Flemington. A stack of races to be run and won and some packed fields in those races. We'll take a look at how we went last week. Again, just down. I was on top of the moon after race 1, having Outback Miss and Scorsese run the Quinella, and then folded away. Then Normandy Bridge managed to get up in race 8, which made it not a terrible day. So hopefully we can make a profit this week. Race 1 is the Next Generation Sprinters Series final over the 1200 metres for the 2-year-olds, and I'm with MAFIA here for the Peter and Paul Snowden team. Damien Oliver to ride. Draws gate 2, which I like with 2-year-olds down the straight because it can find the rails easily, and that'll help guide it first time down the straight. Last start was good behind Lynx at Sandown over the 1000 metres, maybe a slight query at 1200, but I thought it was doing well enough through the line to be wanting further, which it gets up to 1200 this start, and I think it's worth something. Extreme Spirit in for second. This horse is first up, coming down from Sydney. Gary Portelli trains. Major alarm bells in a good way. Was okay in the Skyline, but that was a very good race and has the ability to win. Has to be considered. Gate 6, minor query because it's a 2-year-old, but doesn't really matter. Yoronga's Songbird in for third. Showed speed in a recent jump out. Was hard ridden to the line, draws gate 4, and Spring Eagle on the week back up can do okay from gate 3. But I'm with MAFIA in the first race on finals day. Race number 2 is the Leilani Series final for the fillies and mares over the 1400 metres, and I'm with Dazzling Lucy here. I think this horse gets in with a very good weight of 55 kilos and draws gate 3, so maps for a soft run. Was only third up last start when it got beaten a length and 3/4 by Sione. First run for the campaign over 1400, so I think we'll derive benefit. Fourth up now at the 1400. Maps for a soft run, and I reckon it's the one to beat here at the price especially. Sione has to carry more weight than it did last start to beat Dazzling Lucy, but draws well and can run well again. Pacific Ruby in there for third. I thought it was slightly unders. First up it won on a bog track with a lightweight. Now has to go onto a firmer surface with a bigger weight. Not saying it can't run on a good track, I'm just saying last start was a bog track and has to be at its best second up to win. These are some really good mares. And Typhoon Titmus was fast finishing in that Dazzling Lucy race. I've got it in there for fourth, but I'm with Dazzling Lucy in the Leilani Series final, race 2. Race number 3 is the Taj Rossi Series final for the 2-year-olds over the 1600 metres, and if there's any fault with the favourite, I reckon Line 'em Up Louis is one of the ones to beat. Was a good winner in the Vobis Gold Elvstrom last start at Swan Hill. Draws gate 2, maps for a soft run. Tommy Stockdale gets in with the 55 kilos. Lots of weight off the favourite, which is aiming for 4 in a row. Steparty was a good winner last start at Flemington. Has to carry the weight and is up to the 1600 metres for the first time, which is the only reason I'm taking it on at the price, but maps for a soft run and is a class above these lot. Sunsource in for third. Blake Shin probably has to go back from the gate, but was fast finishing behind Steparty last start, and up to the 1600 metres really suits this horse. And a Cherdo for Besutton and Young. John McNeil takes the ride, maps for a soft run from gate 4, and was a good winner at Mornington last start. However, Blake Shin gets off that horse to ride Sunsource. So if there's any fault with the favourite, I reckon Line 'em Up Louis is one of the ones to beat. It looks promising. Race number 4 is the Banjo Patterson Series final over the 2600 metres, and Irish Butterflies landed on top for me. I reckon that Sandown race last start is the major form reference and main form reference that you should be following for this race, and the only reason I don't like Irish Butterfly is the gate, and it's probably going to have to work to get to a forward position, but if they can go slow in the middle stages and it can fill up the lungs, I reckon it's a major chance in the straight. Gets in with the 54 kilos, was good, just couldn't hold off Strawberry Rock last start, and before that, or 3 runs back, it bolted in at Sandown by 4 lengths. It's got ability and just needs the right run from the gate to be any sort of chance. T-Waters comes through, I think, a weaker form races at Flemington, but now gets into its own 5th up. Gate 1 should map for a soft run. Mimi's Award finished 2 3/4 lengths behind Irish Butterfly last start, so it can run well, and Port Guillaume, a last start winner, can run well. But I'm with Irish Butterfly in the 4th. Race number 5 is the AR Creswick Stakes over the 1200 metres for the 3-year-olds, and I think the price is really good about cause for concern. I was happy to have it. Its last start win at Flemington was dominant, winning by a length and a half. Draws gate 7, Ben Allen 6 will be in the right part of the track, and I can't see why it shouldn't be shorter. I think it's a really good price, and happy to take it. Renosu in for second. Blake Shin was a good run in a benchmark 90 last start. It's on a 5-week freshen up though, so maybe it could race a bit fresh, but draws gate 4 and Blake Shin rides, so it's a pretty good chance. Extra 2's a really exciting horse. Just draws the wrong part of the straight in gate 1, but Bo Mertens takes the ride and it's in form. Didn't beat a whole lot last start either, and Legio 10 is in form. 3 on the trot, draws gate 2, Ben Mellum rides. Probably wanted to see it draw a bit more out, but that's alright. And I'm very happy with Cause for Concern in the AR Creswick. I reckon it looks a really good chance at the price. Race 6 is the Mahogany Challenge final for the 3-year-olds over the 2,500 metres, and WHAKAMANA has landed on top for me. I like this horse, his form. Last start was a very good winner at Sandown, winning by 2 1/4 lengths over 2,400 in a 3-year-old 78. Before that, 3 runs ago, it ran in the Australasian Oaks at Group 1 level and ran really well there. I like it a lot on the weekend. The only thing I don't like is gate 12, and it's going to have to probably spot them a start or risk racing wide without cover. But otherwise, it's a great chance. First Immortal has to carry the weight, but Blake Shin rides, and it was a very good last start winner at Flemington. It has to go up to 2,500, but I think it can do so. Midnight Lady finished second behind WHAKAMANA last start, so I have to give it a chance. Gets in with the 54 kilos. Gate 3 maps for a soft run, and I reckon it's over the odds. And Gotta Be Savvy has been racing in some good races. Draws gate 11, has to get back, probably runs home again, but 2,500 should suit that horse. I'm with WHAKAMANA in the Mahogany Challenge final, race number 6. Race number 7 is the Santa Ana Lanes Sprint Series final over the 1,200 metres at listed level, and I think Sigh can win again. This horse was a last start winner at Flemington over the 1,100 metres, only just holding out General Bow, but I think had more to give on the line, and third up will be ready to show its absolute best. Draws gate 6, the right part of the straight. Carlin Effel's in fine form after riding home Crimson Light today at Sandown. 55 kilos suits, and I reckon it's proven down the straight and it's the one to beat. Yulong Storm in for second. Reckon this horse is over the odds and can run well. Gets in on the minimum. Draws the right part of the straight in gate 8. Was a last start winner in the Gold Topaz at Swan Hill and can take improvement. It's Our Time always runs a good race. Back to 1,200 suits that horse. And Nemeth for Blake Shin. It's caused a boil over on a few occasions, and I think can do so again. But I like Side down the straight. I reckon it's the one to beat again. Carlin Effel to take the ride, and hopefully it can take out race number 7. Another win on the board. It's that time, the last man standing competition. If you want to join, message me through Twitter, but this is the leaderboard right now between me and Sky High Horse Racing. I've taken back the lead for now with negative 35, which isn't too good, but onwards and upwards to this week. So we'll start with what Sky High Horse Racing has done. He's gone for 80 the win on Pacific Ruby this week, very confident, and a $20 into Pacific Ruby into Steparty, all up wins. So that's his play. Mine, I'm going similar to how I did last week. I thought last week was successful. Based around 4 horses, the win at Flemington, 40 the win on Sigh, 30 the win on Dazzling Lucy, and also 20 the win for both Cause for Concern and also Unusual Culture in the next race, which we're about to preview. So let's go on with that race. Race number 8 is the Winter Championship Series final at listed level over the 1,600 metres, and I'm quite keen here on Unusual Culture. Carlin Effel again. Maren Eustace trained this horse. Draws good in gate 3. Will get a nice good run behind the speed. Gets in with the minimum, which I like. I liked its win in the David Burke last start, holding off Braden Star and B Hunter. And I reckon on the lightweight, it's the one to beat again and is over the odds at $8. Daytona Bay in for second. Really like this horse dropping back to the 1,600 metres. Just needs to find a spot from gate 12 and it'll be showing its best. Will Price gets in with the minimum, is a good chance. Keats will go forward and put itself on speed and give itself every chance. Celine Gaudreau, 54.5 kilos, draws well, gate 7, tick, tick, tick. And Flash Feeling got scratched last week because of the wet track. We'll see a firmer surface this week from gate 5. If it can get a position and a run, first of all, it's an emergency, it'll be running well, and then $41 is way over the odds. But I like Unusual Culture in the Winter Championship Series final. Race number 9 is the Silver Bowl Series final for the 3-year-olds over the 1,600 metres. A bit of value to end the card on my behalf. I'm with Superstock. This horse is on the week back up from a second behind Lounge Bar Ruby at Caulfield last week. This horse just kept coming down the straight, and I reckon Flemington will absolutely suit this horse to a T. Draws gate 4 so can settle closer for Luke Campbell in the saddle. Gets in with the minimum weight, and I reckon it's way over the odds at $21. Golden Path, in my opinion, is probably the one to beat. Was good last start behind Hard to Cross it. It's only its second career start. Little query on whether this race is too soon in its career. It's still learning, still gaining experience, but however, it has shown it so far and can win. Lethal Thoughts, Blake Shin rides, draws gate 1, is in really good form, and I think $11 is over the odds. And Brung King has to go up to the 1600 metres but deserves to, and maps for a good run. So that's my finals day preview at Flemington. Hopefully we can get a few winners and be in profit ahead of next week.